Listen very carefully, because this moment is not ordinary, and this message is not casual, and this warning is not coming from a human voice. Something is moving in the atmosphere around you, something is shifting in the unseen world, and something is tightening in the realm of time, because heaven is declaring a countdown over your miracle. Time is running out, and the Spirit is speaking with urgency, with pressure, with a sharp prophetic echo, saying that you cannot delay, you cannot ignore, and you cannot pretend that everything is normal. You are standing at the edge of a divine deadline, and you must hear this word with fear of God, with trembling in your spirit, and with full attention in your heart, because what happens next in your life depends on how you respond right now. You have been praying for something big. You have been waiting for something impossible. You have been expecting a shift, a release, a breakthrough, a miracle, but heaven is revealing that you have entered a window of divine timing, a sensitive window, a thin spiritual corridor, where obedience matters more than desire, and alignment matters more than desperation. God is saying that the miracle you are asking for is not denied, but it is time-sensitive. The clock in the spirit realm is ticking, and every tick carries weight, carries consequence, carries a supernatural urgency. There are miracles that exist outside of time, but there are miracles that must be claimed within time. There are breakthroughs that arrive at any season, but there are breakthroughs that must be received in the season they were sent. There are doors that stay open for a lifetime, but there are doors that only open once, and if you do not walk through them, they close forever. God is speaking about a miracle assigned to you, prepared for you, shaped for you, scheduled for you, but the clock has begun to move faster, and you must decide if you will step into the moment or step back into fear. Time is running out for your miracle because the warfare around it has increased. The enemy has intensified his strategy because he knows what is about to manifest in your life. He sees the angelic movement around you. He sees the divine preparations being made. He sees the spiritual transaction in heaven's court with your name on it. He sees the breakthrough coming closer to your life. So he is pulling every string, releasing every distraction, using every delay, stirring every emotional storm, all to make you miss your moment. This is why your mind has been under attack. This is why your emotions have been unstable. This is why your sleep has been disturbed. This is why your peace has been interrupted. This is why your relationships have been shaken. This is why confusion has tried to choke your clarity. This is why fear has tried to enter your decisions. The enemy is trying to destabilize you before the miracle lands, because he knows that stability is the key to receiving what God is releasing. But hear this with revelation. God did not send this message to scare you. God sent this message to prepare you. God sent this message to alert you, to wake you up, to pull you back into alignment, to bring your spirit into sharp discernment. You must not ignore what is happening. You must not sleep through this warning. You must not assume you have unlimited time. Heaven does not speak warnings without purpose, and God does not release prophetic urgency without intention. You must move differently now. You must pray differently now. You must watch differently now. You must think differently now. You must protect your spirit differently now. You must disconnect from certain distractions. You must silence certain voices. You must cut off certain habits. You must deny certain temptations. You must elevate your faith. You must sharpen your hearing. You must bring yourself into full spiritual alertness, because something is coming toward your life at a divine speed, and you must be ready to catch it. God is saying that the miracle you need is already formed. It is already complete. It is already released. It is already traveling toward you. But the alignment of the receiver determines the arrival of the miracle. If your posture is wrong, your miracle will pass you. If your spirit is dull, your miracle will land near you but not in your life. If your faith is weak, your miracle will hover but not fall. If your obedience is delayed, your breakthrough will be delayed with it. Heaven is not questioning the miracle. Heaven is watching your posture. Time is running out because heaven operates by order, by seasons, by divine cycles. You have entered a prophetic cycle of fulfillment, but cycles do not wait for people who hesitate. Cycles do not stop for those who fear. Cycles do not stretch for those who remain unsure. When the wind of God blows, you must move with it. When the river of God flows, you must step in. When the door opens, you must walk through. When the Spirit speaks, you must respond immediately. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. This is why your spirit has been feeling pressure. This is why you felt a strange inner tug. This is why procrastination now feels dangerous. This is why you feel like something is about to happen. This is why silence feels heavy. This is why time feels faster. This is why your heart feels stirred without explanation. Your spirit is picking up what your mind cannot decode yet. Heaven is signaling you, alerting you, calling you out of delay, out of fear, out of double-mindedness, out of spiritual sleep, because your miracle is dangerously close. In the unseen realm, angels are moving on your behalf. Some are fighting for your miracle. Some are carrying pieces of your miracle. Some are protecting the path leading to your miracle. But angels cannot obey for you. Angels cannot align you. Angels cannot force your obedience. Angels cannot override your decisions. Heaven can release the miracle, but only you can position yourself to receive it. Time is running out for your miracle because God has already cleared the path, but you must walk the path. God has already commanded the blessing, but you must stand where the blessing will land. God has already opened the gate, but you must pass through it. God has already decided the breakthrough, but you must decide the obedience. Heaven has done its part. Now you must do yours. This is not the time to return to old habits. This is not the time to entertain old temptations. This is not the time to be casual with sin. This is not the time to be spiritually lazy. This is not the time to go back to people who drain you. This is not the time to allow emotional storms to rule your decisions. This is not the time to be guided by fear. This is not the time to let your past pull you back into cycles you escaped. This is the time to stand firm, stand awake, stand ready. Listen again. Time is running out for your miracle, but it has not expired yet. You still have time to align. You still have time to obey. You still have time to pray. You still have time to surrender. You still have time to shift. You still have time to prepare. You still have time to respond. But you must move now. You must move with urgency. You must move with seriousness. You must move with holy fear. You must move with discernment. Heaven is not waiting for your emotions. Heaven is waiting for your decision. Heaven is not waiting for you to feel ready. Heaven is waiting for you to move by faith. Heaven is not waiting for conditions to be perfect. Heaven is waiting for your spirit to be willing. God says the miracle is appointed. The miracle is scheduled. The miracle is written in your book. But the miracle is time-stamped. And you must not miss the window. You are standing in a moment where obedience will accelerate your miracle, but hesitation will kill it. Faith will magnetize your breakthrough, but fear will push it away. Boldness will open the door, but doubt will close it. Honor will attract divine movement, but disobedience will freeze it. God is watching your next steps, because your next steps decide your next season. Your next decisions decide your next dimension. Your next response decides the remaining time on the countdown. You cannot afford casualness. You cannot afford indifference. You cannot afford half-heartedness. You cannot afford delay. Your miracle is calling you. Your miracle is pulling you. Your miracle is searching for you. But if your spirit is not aligned, your miracle will not recognize you. Heaven is warning you because heaven still intends to bless you. Heaven is shaking you because heaven still intends to lift you. Heaven is awakening you because heaven still intends to promote you. Heaven is interrupting you because heaven still intends to deliver you. This is not rejection. This is protection. This is not judgment. This is mercy. This is not fear. This is preparation. This is not denial. This is direction. God is saying, move now. Align now. Pray now. Obey now. Because time is running out for your miracle, and I do not want you to miss it. If you are ready, say in your spirit right now, Lord, I align myself. I refuse to miss what you have prepared. And heaven will respond. God is not finished speaking to you, and heaven is not done releasing instruction. You must hear this next part with even greater seriousness, because what comes now is heavier, deeper, and more urgent than what was spoken before. Your miracle is close, but the danger around it is also close. The door is opening, but the enemy is also standing near the door, trying to confuse you, distract you, or drive you into the wrong direction at the wrong moment. Heaven wants to protect you from stepping into a trap while the miracle is trying to reach you. Listen with your spirit. Something around your life has been trying to pull you backward. Something has been trying to weaken your resolve. Something has been whispering fear into your decisions. Something has been trying to loosen your grip on faith. This is not just emotion. This is not just stress. This is not just overthinking. This is spiritual interference, and it has been activated because your miracle stepped into your atmosphere. Miracles attract warfare. Breakthroughs attract resistance. Divine timing attracts demonic disruption. The enemy knows he cannot stop what God released, but he believes he can stop you from receiving it. So he tries to distort your vision. He tries to burden your heart. He tries to exhaust your strength. He tries to make the miracle look far when it is actually near. He tries to make the process feel impossible so you will walk away from what is already assigned. This is why God is warning you. This is why the tone is sharp. This is why the message feels urgent. This is why your spirit feels stirred. This is why your heart feels awakened. You are in a battle without realizing how close you are to victory. You are fighting pressure without realizing pressure is a sign that something is about to open. You are feeling spiritual heat without realizing heat appears when heaven and hell collide around a breakthrough moment. God says the miracle is still in motion, but you must stop feeding the fear that delays it. You must stop replaying the doubts in your mind. You must stop imagining the worst outcomes. You must stop letting discouraging voices influence your decisions. You must stop letting temporary battles blind you from permanent blessings. You must stop letting yesterday's disappointments define tomorrow's expectations. Time is running out for your miracle, but not because the miracle is fading. Time is running out because your obedience must meet the miracle in the right place at the right time. God already scheduled the moment. God already prepared the provision. God already released the answer. But your spirit must walk into alignment or the moment will pass you. Some of you have been standing in the right place, but your mind is standing in the wrong place. Some of you have been praying with your mouth, but doubting with your heart. Some of you have been seeking God in public, but fearing in private. Some of you have been worshiping on the outside, but worrying on the inside. You must bring your inner world back under the authority of God. Your miracle is spiritual, but you must be spiritually awake to receive it. Your miracle has direction, but you must be sensitive to follow it. Your miracle has weight, but you must be prepared to carry it. Your miracle has timing, but you must move with that timing. Heaven is showing you signs. Heaven has been whispering warnings. Heaven has been stirring your heart. Heaven has been giving you strange dreams. Heaven has been sending unusual thoughts. Heaven has been waking you up at random hours. Heaven has been disturbing your comfort. Pay attention. These are not coincidences. These are signals. These are divine alerts. These are spiritual alarms pulling your soul toward alignment. God says, do not ignore the signs. Do not silence the warnings. Do not suppress the conviction. Do not pretend that everything is normal when you know within your spirit that something is shifting. The countdown is not meant to scare you. The countdown is meant to wake you, to shake you, to pull you into readiness, to push you into obedience, to make you let go of what you should have released long ago, to make you confront what you avoided, to make you prepare what you postponed, to make you step into what you feared. Heaven is not trying to stress you. Heaven is trying to save you from missing divine timing. There is a window open in the spirit realm. Not everyone has this window. Not everyone is under this moment. Not everyone hears heaven this clearly. This is your window. This is your moment. This is your atmosphere. This is your alignment. But windows close. Seasons end. Moments expire. And miracles that require timing will not wait forever. Your spirit must move. And your movement must be decisive, intentional, quick, and obedient. God says there are 3 things you must do immediately. First, you must silence the wrong voices. Anyone speaking fear, confusion, doubt, discouragement, or distraction must be removed from your spiritual environment. You cannot mix faith with poison. You cannot receive prophecy while listening to negativity. You cannot prepare for a miracle while being influenced by unbelief. You must guard your ears. Second, you must protect your atmosphere. Your spirit must become sacred. Your mind must become guarded. Your emotions must become steady. Your focus must become sharp. Your surroundings must become peaceful. You cannot host a miracle in a chaotic environment. You cannot carry breakthrough in a toxic atmosphere. You cannot walk into divine timing with a polluted heart. Third, you must act on what God already told you. You have delayed steps. You have postponed decisions. You have avoided obedience. You have said, I will do it later, but later has now become dangerous. Heaven says, do it now. Make the call. Release the person. Start the assignment. Break the cycle. Close the old door. Obey the instruction. Respond to the prompting. These 3 moves will accelerate your miracle. But hesitation will suffocate it. Delayed obedience is still disobedience. And disobedience will disconnect you from divine timing. God says, I want to give you this miracle, but you must meet me at the place of obedience. The miracle is yours. The promise is yours. The breakthrough is yours. But the alignment must also be yours. Heaven is calling your spirit to rise. Heaven is calling your mind to awaken. Heaven is calling your heart to stabilize. Heaven is calling your faith to mature. Heaven is calling your obedience to activate. You must take this moment seriously. You must honor this warning. You must respond to this urgency. Time is running out, but the miracle is still within reach. The countdown is moving, but it is not finished. The door is open, but it will not stay open forever. Do not let fear make you passive. Do not let fatigue make you weak. Do not let disappointment make you blind. Do not let the enemy whisper you out of your moment. Do not let the past convince you that the future is impossible. Do not let confusion push you into delay. God says, move now, before the moment shifts. Align now, before the door closes. Prepare now, before the miracle passes. If your spirit is open, say within your heart, Lord, I am ready. I will not miss my moment. Before this message closes, you must understand what heaven is revealing next, because this is the most critical part of the warning. The final stretch before a miracle is always the most intense. It is the place where pressure increases, where confusion rises, where emotions shift, where old patterns try to return, and where the enemy attempts one last strike to disconnect you from what God prepared. You are standing in this final stretch right now, and you must know exactly how to move, how to think, how to pray, and how to stand, because heaven is positioning you for completion. God says the countdown has not stopped. It is still ticking in the spirit. Every moment is carrying weight. Every decision is influencing outcome. Every thought is shaping your posture. Every action is either pulling you closer to the miracle or pulling you away from it. This is why you feel the tension in the atmosphere around you. This is why your heart feels stretched. This is why your spirit feels alert. It is because you are entering the final seconds of your divine window, and heaven is watching to see if you will fully align. The enemy is watching too. He is watching for weakness. He is watching for distraction. He is watching for hesitation. He is watching for emotional instability. He is watching for old wounds he can reopen. He is watching for old cycles he can reactivate. He is watching for people he can use to slow you down. He knows he cannot stop the miracle, so he is trying to stop you from catching it. But hear this clearly. What God started cannot be stopped unless you surrender your alignment. What God scheduled cannot be cancelled unless you step out of position. What God released cannot be blocked unless you allow fear to take authority over your decisions. Your miracle is too close for you to collapse now. Your breakthrough is too near for you to be distracted now. Your promise is too ready for you to be double-minded now. The window is too narrow for you to play with delay now. Heaven is urging you to hold your position with strength, courage, and stability. God says, the next thing I do in your life will not be small. It will not be partial. It will not be temporary. It will not be symbolic. It will be the miracle that shifts everything. It will be the miracle that changes your story. It will be the miracle that silences the enemy. It will be the miracle that destroys the pattern. It will be the miracle that lifts the weight off your shoulders. But you cannot enter this moment carelessly. You must enter this moment prepared. Heaven is giving you signs of how close you are. You have been feeling sudden spiritual sensitivity. You have been noticing unusual attacks. You have been seeing emotional shifts. You have been feeling a pulling in your heart. You have been sensing a change in the atmosphere. You have been awakened at strange hours. You have felt pressure on your chest. You have had sudden bursts of faith, instantly followed by sudden waves of fear. These are signs of spiritual transition. These are signs of divine movement. These are signs that your miracle is near enough to disrupt your natural world. The enemy reacts strongest when heaven is about to release something major. He does not attack what has no value. He does not target what has no purpose. He does not pressure what is not about to shift. The intensity of your current battles is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of proximity. You are close. You are near. You are stepping into the location of breakthrough. This is why heaven is saying, hold your ground. Do not fold. Do not retreat. Do not surrender what you stood for. Do not give up what you prayed for. Do not throw away what you were promised. You are almost at the moment where everything will make sense. Time is running out, but it is running out toward your blessing, not away from it. Time is pushing you. Time is carrying you. Time is escorting you to the exact second when the miracle will be made visible. But you must walk in obedience. You must walk with clarity. You must walk with surrender. You must walk with discipline. There are 3 more things heaven needs you to understand before this message closes. First, God is removing the spiritual fog around your life. What felt confusing will become clear. What felt uncertain will become obvious. What felt delayed will suddenly accelerate. But you must give God your full attention. Distraction will be your greatest enemy in this moment. When your mind wanders, bring it back. When your emotions fluctuate, steady them. When fear rises, declare truth over it. Your focus is your weapon. Second, God is releasing angelic reinforcement. You are not fighting this alone. Angels have been assigned to interrupt demonic interference. Angels have been assigned to clear your path. Angels have been assigned to protect the timing of your miracle. You may not see them with your eyes, but your spirit will feel the shift as they move. You will sense sudden peace, sudden clarity, sudden strength, sudden boldness. These are signs of angelic activity. You must welcome it. You must stay sensitive to it. Third, God is requiring a final act of obedience. This act might be small, or it might be costly. It might be private, or it might be visible. It might be simple, or it might be difficult. But this act will unlock the miracle. This act will complete the alignment. This act will seal the timing. God will show you what it is. He will drop it in your spirit. He will make it unmistakably clear. When He reveals it, do not argue. Do not delay. Do not postpone. Do not negotiate. Move immediately. Heaven waits for your obedience to release the final part of the miracle. You must understand this truth. Miracles are not just events. Miracles are transactions between heaven and earth. Heaven releases, and earth receives. Heaven declares, and earth responds. Heaven opens the door, and earth walks through. Heaven speaks, and earth obeys. Your obedience is the key that completes the miracle. God says, the miracle is ready. The miracle is finished. The miracle is waiting. But the timing is not flexible. You must step into position now. This moment will not repeat. This specific window will not return. You are being called into alignment for something that will change the next decade of your life. Something that will shift your entire identity. Something that will reset your destiny. Something that will break generational patterns. Something that will silence cycles of delay. Something that will open doors that have been sealed for years. Heaven is not pushing you. Heaven is preparing you. Heaven is not rushing you in fear. Heaven is rushing you in purpose. Heaven is not warning you to scare you. Heaven is warning you to protect you. God says, this miracle is your turning point. This miracle is your new beginning. This miracle is your breakthrough moment. Do not miss it. This is your final call to readiness. Your final call to obedience. Your final call to spiritual stability. Your final call to alignment. Time is running out, but God is still giving you a window to respond. If your spirit agrees, speak quietly within yourself, Lord, I am ready. I align. I obey. I receive. And heaven will move in your direction. Your miracle will not pass you. Your timing will not fail. Your alignment will not break. Your faith will not collapse. Your breakthrough will not be stolen. Your promise will not be denied. This is your moment. This is your window. This is your countdown. This is your miracle. And it will manifest. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.